everyone doing tonight?
I got a little more guitar in the monitor, Clint.
Check 1 2, check 1 2. So by way of introduction, for those of you that don't know me, my name is Kevin Oakes. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. I should say, should I admit this part? Really didn't know I was going to be playing tonight, and normally when I perform, I don't drink coffee first. So of course tonight I've had two mochas to stay warm. So if I sound a little jittery, I apologize. And actually I'm going to play a few slow songs. Actually I think I'm going to start out with a couple of instrumentals. The first one I'm going to do honors the season change. Interestingly, it might honor the wrong season change. This is a song I wrote about 6 months ago, and it's just a simple little melody I call Spring. Hopefully that worked out the jitters in the fingers. Actually, that's the first time that's been played in public. This one's one I actually wrote a couple of years ago, and it had a very soul foodish theme to it. It was kind of inspired by events that transpired here and out there in the world, but kind of started here. This is a song I call Infinite Love and Gratitude. Excuse me one moment. I'm getting some crackling in my. My name is Joe Roberts. I work for the state. I'm a sergeant out of Perrinville, barracks number 8. I always done an honest job, as honest as I could. I got a brother named Frankie, and Frankie ain't no good. Ever since we've been young kids, it's always been the same coming down. Get it on my shortwave, Frankie's in trouble downtown. Now if he was any other man, I'd put him straight away. But when it's your own brother, sometimes you look the other way. Me and Frankie were laughing and drinking. Nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria while the band plays Night of the Johnstown Flood. I'd catch him when he's sober, like any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, well, he just ain't no good. Now Frankie went in the army back in 1965. I got a farm to firm and settled down. Took Maria for my wife. But farm prices kept dropping till it was like we was getting robbed. Came home in '68 and me, I took this job. Me and Frankie were laughing and drinking. Nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria while the band played Night of the Johnstown Flood. I'd catch him when he's sober, teach him how to walk that line. Man turns his back on his family, well, he ain't no friend of mine. Night was like any other. I get a call about 9:15. There's trouble out in this roadhouse, out on the Michigan line. There's a kid lying on the floor looking bad, bleeding hard from his head. A waitress in a booth crying, and it was Frank, they said. I went out, I jumped in my car, and I hit them lights. I must have done 110 through Michigan County that night. And finally there at the crossroads, just past Willow's Bank, in a car with Ohio plates behind the wheel was Frank. I chased him through them county roads till the sign said, Canadian border 5 miles from here. I pulled over to the side of the road, I watched them taillights disappear. Yeah, me and Frankie were laughing and drinking. Nothing feels better than blood on blood. Taking turns dancing with Maria while the band played Night of the Johnstown Flood. I'd catch him when he's straying, like any brother would. Man turns his back on his family, well, he just ain't no good.
Yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Is Clint outside by chance?
I can hear that.
I know. That doesn't sound good. I'm trying not to move, but I'm about to stand up. Yeah, if you could mute me, I think it's either the cord or my guitar. And unfortunately, it's probably my guitar.
The 5 string? Well, if it's the guitar, if it's the guitar, it's probably my battery. And I've got an extra battery. Let me try that. What rumble? I'm in 8 now, actually. Here in Northeast Ohio, back in 1803, James and Anna Heaton found the oil that was lining Yellow Creek. They built this blast furnace here along the shore, and they made the cannonballs that helped the Union win this war. Here in Youngstown, here in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down. Here, darling, in Youngstown. Well, my daddy worked them furnaces, and kept them hotter than hell. I come home from Nam, I work my way to Scarfer, a job that suit the devil as well. Taconite, coke, and limestone, it fed my children and made my pay. And them smokestacks reaching like the arms of God into a beautiful sky of soot and clay. Here in Youngstown, here in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down. Here, darling, in Youngstown. Well, my daddy come on the Ohio works when he come home from World War II. Now that yard, it's just scrap and rubble, but it said them big boys did what Hitler couldn't do. Well, these mills, they built the tanks and bombs that won this country's wars. What gave our sons to Korea and Vietnam, and now we're wondering what they were dying for. Here in Youngstown, here in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down. Here, darling, in Youngstown. From the Monongahela Valley to the Mesabi Iron Range to the coal mines of Appalachia, well, the story's always been the same. 700 tons of metal a day. Now, sir, you tell me this world's changed. Once I made you rich enough to forget my name. And Youngstown, in Youngstown, my sweet Jenny, I'm sinking down. Here, darling, in Youngstown. When I die, I don't want no part of heaven. I would not do heaven's work well. I I pray the devil comes and takes me to stand in the fiery furnaces of hell.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess I also should mention that it's Clint's job to raise everybody's spirits. It's mine to get a crush them. I'm sorry, but I'm really a positive person, but for some reason I always play all these dark songs. I guess that's where I get it out of my system. I call this one of my anti-war song, and the reason I like this one a lot, it's because it kind of shows the dichotomy. It's a, you know, it shows it speaks to the tragedy of war, but at the same time it speaks to the brotherhood that only people that have gone through something like that form together. You know, the bonds that get formed through something like that are pretty much impossible for the rest of us to understand. So there's something in me that sees kind of a beauty in that whole sort of tragic situation for some reason. It's a song called Brothers in Arms. Well, these mist-covered mountains are a home now for me. But my home is the lowland. Always it will be. Now someday you'll return to your valleys and your farms. And you'll no longer burn to be brothers in arms. Through these fields of destruction, baptisms by fire, I've witnessed all of your suffering.
as these battles they raged high. Though they did hurt me so bad, through the fear and alarm, you did not desert me, my brothers in arms. There's so many worlds and so many different suns. We have just this world, though we live in different ones. Now the sun's gone to hell, and the moon's on the rise. Let me bid you all farewell. Each man has to die, but it's written in the starlight, and every line in your poem. We're fools to make war on our brothers in arms.
Thank you, Albert.
So maybe we'll get a little bit more uplifting here.
Got so lost that I went to church. Sorry, God, but you made it worse. Made me sit behind a fence, haunted by all the evidence. Guess you don't want me to think, so instead I'll dream and drink. Got too drunk to drive home. In the cab I grabbed my phone, made a call that I might regret, to a girl that I just met. Lately things are not okay. Guess I just wanted to hear somebody say, if you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look farther than me. If you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look farther than me. Lovely, lovely, quiet lake, how could this be a mistake? Too dark now to see your face. The wind's blowing your hair all over the place. The moon is caught in a frozen glass, and I would not let this moment pass. The sun is waiting far away until I've had a chance to say all that's missing and all that's lost. Every hope at any cost, every dream too good to come true. Well, it fills my heart now when I'm with you. So if you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look farther than me. Oh, if you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look any farther than me. Well, I got so lost that I went to church, and I'm sorry, God, but you made it worse. Made me sit behind a fence, haunted by the evidence. Guess you don't want me to think, so instead I'll dream and drink. Got too drunk to drive home. In the cab I grabbed my phone, made a call that I might regret, to a girl that I just met. Well, lately things are not okay. I guess I just wanted to hear someone say, if you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look any farther than me. If you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look any farther than me. If you need a reason as to why you're here, you don't need to look any farther than me.
So this time of year, you know, about a month ago, all the kids go back to school. Get it going for the season. This song's a little bit of a shout out to youth, which I guess I was once upon a time. Seems like a long time ago now, though. Long time ago, but yesterday.
Well, I stood stone like at midnight, suspended in my masquerade, and I'd comb my hair till it was just right. I commanded the night brigade. I was crossed by the rain and opened a pane, and I walked with a crooked crutch. I strolled all alone through a fallout zone, came out with my sails untouched. I hid in the clouded warmth of the crowd when they said that I pulled up. Ooh, 'cause I was growing up. Well, the flag of piracy flew from my mast, and my sails were set wing to wing. I had a jukebox graduate for a first mate. She couldn't sail, but man, could she sing. I was B-52 and I bombed them with the blues, with my gear set stubborn on standing. I broke all the rules, I straightened my old high school, never once gave thought to landing. I hid in the clouded wrath of the crowd when they said, come down, I stood up. Ooh, 'cause I was growing up.
Only because I forgot the last verse suddenly. Okay, I think I'm gonna do one more. I'm starting to crackle again, so I think I'll do one more, and I might want a little audience participation on this one if you remember the song in the chorus, and if I remember the verses.
Love is but a song we sing, fear's the way we die. You can make the mountains ring or make the angels cry. Though the dove is on the wing, you need not know why. Come on, people, now, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
That was your part.
Come on, people, now, Smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now.
Don't worry, we'll come back to that again.
Some will come and some will go, but we will surely pass. When the ones that left us here return for us at last, we are but a moment's sunlight fading in the grass. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. So if you hear the song I sing, you must understand. You hold the key to love and fear, all in your trembling hand. Just one key unlocks that door, it's there at your command. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, drum it, buddy, get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Right now, right now.
Thank you all. Thank you all. Thanks for coming out and listening tonight. Thank you, and tip your baristas. Thanks to Clint McCune, and you've been a lovely audience.